Hello everyone, myself Bismi P. Cherian, Assistant Professor at Suresh Gyan Vihar University. Today here I am going to discuss about the introduction to database and MySQL. In this lesson, this lesson will help the students to understand what are the database and what is MySQL. What are the outcomes? After this lesson, students will be able to describe what is database as well as what is MySQL. So first, here I'm going to discuss about the database. So database is refers to a collection of electronic records that could be processed to produce useful information. So database is an organized collection of data, and so that the computer program can easily and quickly access the required data. So database refers to a collection of the electronic records. These are the collection, the databases are the collection of electronic records or collection of the data. The collection of the data or collection of electronic records that could be processed to produce useful information. So this is database. So database is an organized collection of the data, so that the computer can easily and quickly access the required data. Or we can say the collection of information. The collection of information that is grouped. The collection of information that is grouped and stored in a structured way, that is database. The collection of the information that is stored and grouped. That is grouped and stored in a structured way. So that is called as database. So database is an organized collection of data. This is the organized collection of data that is stored and accessed electronically from a computer system. So database is nothing else. This is the collection of the data or the electronic records that can be used by the computer to produce the useful information. And the database is an organized collection of the data. This is an organized or grouped collection of the data, and that can generally stored and accessed electronically from only the computer system. Where the databases are more complex, they are often developed using formal design and modeling techniques. These databases are very complex. They are often developed by using a formal design and the modeling techniques. While creating the database, we have to use the formal design and the modeling techniques to develop this database, and database is more complex. The data can be accessed, modified, managed, controlled, and organized to perform various data processing operations. These data that we are storing in a computer, that can be accessed, that can be modified, managed, controlled, and organized to various data processing operations. So these data we are using for modification, for managing the operation system and all. So the databases are very complex, and often they developed by using the formal design as well as the modeling techniques. So various categories of information such as electronic, printed, as well as graphic and audio, statistical combinations can be part of the gathered information. So these the databases is the gathered information of electronic, printed, graphic, statistical, and all things. And these are two type of there are two type of the databases are available. They can be named as physical and electronic databases. So databases are nothing else. These are the grouped or gathered information of the data that can be used by the computer only to produce a proper information. So the data that's stored in that databases can be accessed, modified, managed, and controlled and organized to perform various data processing operations. And the databases, okay, these databases either be complex or be simple. Okay, simple databases example that include an address book, okay, in alphabetical orders, okay, and the complex example, the complex databases example is a database that providing information in a combination of various format. Okay, the complex database include the combination of various format, whereas the simple database that include the simple information about all the things. The example is the address book that is arranged in the alphabetic order. So this is the data bases. So database can be computerized or non-computerized. Okay, so databases can be computerized or non-computerized. So non-computerized database examples are a dictionary. Okay, non-computerized databases examples are dictionary, phone book, collection of the recipes, TV guide. Whereas, okay, the computerized database examples are customer file, books catalog, employee rosters, sales transaction, and equipment inventories. Okay, so there are two type of the database. The database can be computerized or non-computerized. The non-computerized database examples are dictionary. Okay, dictionary is a non-computerized database. Or in dictionary there are lots of words, meanings are there, spellings of the words are there, so that all are the each spelling and each meaning of the spelling is data. Okay, and the collection of gathered or grouped data, okay, the collection of grouped data is database. So non-computerized database example, dictionary. In that dictionary we can find out any spelling of word, any meaning of that word and all. And the next example is phone book. Okay, though in the phone book we can find out the phone number of any customer. Okay, any of the person we can find out the phone book. We can find out a phone number of any person from this phone book. Okay, and a collection of recipes, the collection of recipes also a database. Okay, so the in that collection of recipes we can find out any recipes from that on from that book. Okay, so these all are means the dictionary, a phone book, and the collection of the recipes and TV guide. These all are the example of the non-computerized database. Okay, whereas the computerized database, okay, the computerized database means the data is stored in the computer. Okay, the data is stored in the computer, whereas the non-computerized data means the data is stored in a book. Okay, likewise in the dictionary. Okay, the examples are the dictionary, the phone book, the collections of the recipes. These all are coming in the simple book. Okay, so these all are don't require any computer and all. Okay, but whereas the computerized database examples, that is customer files, books catalog, employee rosters, sales transaction, and equipment inventories. Okay, these all are the examples of the computerized database. So computerized database is the data, the collection of the data is present inside the computer, and that can be performed through the computer, that can be accessed to the man, and we can manage that all the things by the computer only. Okay, and other than the storing and retrieving the data, the database supports various other operations such as addition, updation, and deletion of the data. Okay, in the database, from the computerized database only, we can store, retrieve the data. Okay, we can store and retrieve the data. The database support various other operations. Okay, such as we can add any item in the computerized database, whereas we can't add any of information in a dictionary, in a phone book once it get printed out. Okay, okay, so this is the difference between the non-computerized database and the computerized database. In computerized database we can add the information, we can update that database, and we can delete the data from that computerized database. Whereas in non-computerized database, we can't do these type of the action in that non-computerized database, because these all are coming in the book format. Okay, we can't add any details of recipes, okay, in that printed book. Okay, so this is the difference between the computerized and non-computerized database. So database is nothing else, it is a group of the datas, or the group of the information that are available in the computer or in a book and also. Okay, so the database are two types, non-computerized as well as the computerized. So we are studying about the computerized database, because this is the subject of the topic is coming under the computer application. So here we are going to study about the computerized database. So the computerized database, we can do such activities like we can add any data, or we can add any information, we can update that information, okay, according to our knowledge and according to our information. Okay, and we can delete the data as well. Okay, in the computerized database, we can delete, we can add, we can update all the data. So this is the computerized database. So database manager system, so that DBMS, the full form of the DBMS is database management system. So the database management system is used to perform such operations. Okay, so for updating, for deleting, for adding all the data in the computer system, the database management system is used. Okay, so database is described as a suitably managed collection of related data elements. So database is a suitably managed collection of the data, and it must fulfill information need of the organization. Okay, the database management system must fulfill all the information needs of by the organization. Let's see the characteristics of the database. Okay, the database should follow these all characteristic. So first one is self-describing nature of a database system. Okay, the database should self-describing nature. What self-describing nature means, that is a database system not only contains the data but also description of the data structure. Means if you are feeding information in the computer, okay, that contain, okay, in we are updating the information in the table. Okay, so in the table we have mentioned first name, age, date of birth, and all. So self-describing nature means that database should contain the data, as well as that should describe the nature of which nature of the data should be filled in that table. So in the name category, we can only feed the only can add the name of the candidate, name of the person only. And in the column of age, we can only add the age of that person only. Okay, we can't add name of the person in the age column and the age of the person in the name column. Okay, so this is the self description nature. Okay, so the database system should follow the self description nature. That means the database system contains the data. Okay, the database system should contain the data, as well as that also describe about the data structure and the metadata. Okay, so a database system not only contains the data but also description of the data structure and the metadata. This information is needed to DBMS software or users of the database. Okay, so DBMS is database management system. So this description data, okay, describing nature of the database system is needed in the DBMS software, and this feature make it different from the traditional file-based system where the data definition is the part of the application program. Okay, this self-description nature, okay, this self-description nature makes it different from the traditional file-based system. So the database should follow the self-describing nature. The database should contain the data as well as that should follow the self-description of that data structure and metadata. So this is the first point of the database characteristics, that is self-description nature. Next is isolation between program and data. Okay, isolation between program and data means that structure of data. Okay, the structure of data file is defined in the application program in the file-based system. Okay, the structure of the data is defined in the application programs in the file-based system. In case a user wants to change the file structure, okay, in the case the user of that organization wants to change the file structure, then all programs which access that file also need to be changed. Conversely, in the database approach, the data structure is stored in the system catalog, not in the program, such as one change suffices. Okay, so the isolation between the program and the data, if the user wants to change any file structure, then all program which access that file also need to be changed. Okay, in that case, the data and the program that should be different. Okay, so the structure of the data file is defined in the application program in the file based system. In case a user wants to change that file structure, then all program which access that file also need to be changed. Okay, so this is the isolation between program and data. Next is it support multiple views of the data. Okay, this database should support the multiple views of the data. That means a view can be said to be subset of the database. Okay, a view can be said to be a subset of the database which gets defined by specific users of the system, with each view containing data which is of interest to a specific user or the group of users. And that means, okay, that means there can be a multiple views of the database. So the database should support the multiple views of the data. Okay, that means a view can be said to be a subset of the database that can be defined by a specific users of the system, with each view containing data which is the interest or to a specific user or the group of the user. And next characteristics of the database system is the sharing of the data and multi-user system. Okay, sharing of the data and multi-user system. That means a multi-user database system allows multi-user access. Okay, in the database system, the database should follow the sharing of the data as well as the multi-user system. In that case, the multi-user database system allows multi-user access. Okay, that multi-user database allows the multi-user access at the one time. The lots of the user can use the database. Okay, so this is the multi-user access. In order to achieve this, multi-user DBMS should have concurrency control strategies implemented. Okay, so in order to achieve the multi-user access, the DBMS database management system should have concurrency control strategies implemented. Okay, so the fourth characteristic of the database that should follow the sharing of the data as well as the multi-user system. Next is controlled data redundancy. Okay, fifth characteristic is the controlled data redundancy. So ideally each data item should in only one location. Okay, each data item should be in one location in the database under the database approach. Okay, it means each data item should be in a one location. Okay, each data item should be in one location in the database approach, and redundancy occurs which is controlled for keeping it at a minimum for improved system performance. So this is the fifth point. And sixth point is data sharing. Okay, in the database system. Sixth characteristic is data sharing. As the data is integrated in an organization, it leads to better capability for producing more information from a specific amount of the data. Okay, the data sharing, in the data sharing, as data is integrated in an organization. Okay, organization, and it leads to better capability for producing more information from a specific amount of data. Okay, so this is the data sharing. Next is enforcing integrity constraint. Okay, seventh characteristic of the database system is enforcing integrity constraint. For defining and enforcing the limitation like data type, data uniqueness, etc., database management system must provide the constraint. Okay, so seventh characteristic of database system is enforcing integrity constraint. For defining and enforcing the limitation like data type, okay, for defining the data type and data uniqueness, the database management system must provide the constraint. And next, and restricting unauthorized access. Next characteristic is restricting unauthorized access. In this case, all the users of the system don't have the same access right. Okay, all the users in one organization that don't have the same access in the rights. This is achieved by DBMS, that is database management system, providing a security subsystem for creating and controlling the user accounts. Okay, when we are talking about the Facebook, okay, Facebook app. Okay, so in that Facebook app, all the users means we are the users of the Facebook, and same likewise there are developers also there. So for the developers as well as the users, in for both of us, the usage of or access right are not same. Okay, so this is that, and that can be only possible with the database management system. Okay, because that provide a security subsystem for creating and controlling the user accounts. So this is the eighth characteristic of the database system. Next is transaction processing. Okay, what is transaction processing? The database should have the concurrency control subsystem. Okay, the database should have concurrency control subsystem to ensure that the simultaneous updation by several users are done in a controlled manner. Okay, transaction process. In this, the database should have concurrency control subsystem. Okay, concurrency control subsystem to ensure that the simultaneous updation by several users are done in a controlled manner. Consistency and the validity must be maintained in the updates. So these all are the characteristics of the database. So there are 9 points are there in the characteristic of the database. Let's see it once again. So first one is it should be self-descriptive. It should have self-description nature. Okay, and isolation between the program and the data. Okay, second point is isolation between program and the data. And third is support multiple views of the data. Third point is it should support multiple views of the data. Fourth is sharing of the data and the multi-user system. Okay, fourth is sharing of the data and multi-user system. Fifth is controlled data redundancy. And sixth is data sharing. Seventh is enforcing integrity constraint. And last is eighth is restricting unauthorized access. And last one is transaction processing. So these all are the characteristics of the database. And let's see the objectives of the databases. Okay, so first objective is availability. Okay, the data must be available for applications and the queries from in the database. Okay, So database objectives are, first one is availability, and in availability means the data present in the database that must be available for applications and the queries. Okay, the availability of the data must be available for the applications as well as the queries. And shareability. Okay, second objective is shareability. Data items prepared by one application must be available to all other application queries. Okay, data items that are prepared by one application. Okay, the data items that are prepared by one application that must be available to all other applications and queries. And no data items are exclusive to an application. So shareability, it should be in a shareability manner. In that means the data that is prepared by one application. Okay, if anybody that prepared one data, okay, so or one app through the one application, that application or that data present in that application should be available or must be available to all other applications as well as the queries. Okay, in this database, no data items are exclusive to one application. Okay, and next is evolvability. Okay, next objective is evolvability. The database must evolve as application usage and query needs. Okay, so the database must evolve as application usage and the query needs. And the next objectives of the database is data independence. Okay, data independence means the user of the database ascertain their view of the data. Okay, the user of the database ascertain their view of the data and its structure, not considering the actual physical storage of the data. Okay, the user of the database ascertain their view of the data and its structure. Okay, view of the data and its structure, not considering the actual physical storage of the data. Next objective is data integrity. Okay, data integrity. The database sets a consistent high level of accuracy. Okay, the data present in the database that should have high level of the accuracy. Validation rules are imposed by the database management system to ensure the integrity. So the data are present in that database that should have high level of the accuracy, and the validation rules are imposed by the database management system to ensure the integrity. So these all are about the objectives of the database. Let's see the organization of database, how we can organize a database. So first is what is database. Okay, so database is the collection of integrated and related files. Okay, the collection of integrated and related files means integrated or related data. Okay, then what is file? Okay, this file. So here I am going to discuss what is this file. Okay, so file is a collection of related records. Okay, so first, database is the collection of integrated and the related files, and the file is the collection of related records. Okay, let's see what is records in the database. So record is the collection of related field. Okay, record means the collection of related fields. Let's see what is field. So field is a group of characters. Okay, field is a group of characters. What is character? Character means the basic building block of the information represented by a byte. Okay, so the organization of the database include database. Database contains file. File contains record. Record contains field. Field contain characters, and character means that is a basic building block of the information. So informations are characters. Okay, and the group of character is field, and the collection of field is record, and the collection of record is file, and the collection of file is database. So this is the organization of the database. Okay, so database contains the file, file contains the record, record contains the field contains the characters, and character contains the basic information. So these all are about the organization of the database. So let's see what is characters. Okay, we are going to see from the bottom of the organization of the database. So we are going to see what is characters. Okay, so characters are the most basic information, okay, most basic data elements which can be observed and manipulated is the character. Okay, the most basic data we can observe and as well as we can manipulate. Okay, that is the character, and it may comprise a single alphabetic, numeric and other symbols. So the character is the most basic data element which we can observe and we can manipulate, and it combines or it contains a single alphabetic or numeric or other symbols. Then what is field? Okay, the field contain all the characters. Okay, field is the smallest unit in the database as it contain a single piece of information. Okay, so what is field? The field is the smallest unit in the database. Okay, so what is character? Character is the most basic information, but the field is the smallest unit in the database. It contains single piece of the information. Example, consider student information stored in the database. Okay, here we are going to see the one example. In that example, we are storing the students information in the database. Okay, there are 6 type of the information of the each of students, like roll number, name, date of birth, sex, address and course. Okay, in which course they are studying. So each type of information called field. Okay, this roll number is field, name is also field, date of the birth is also field. So each type of the information called field. Each field is a different from other. Okay, roll number is different from name is different from date of birth. So each field different from another. For example, date of birth is date type. Okay, so in the date of birth we can only write the birthday. Okay, we can only write only the date, while name is the character type. Okay, so in that name we can type the name of that student, so that is alphabetic. Okay, but in the date of birth we can write only the digits or numerics. So this is the field. So each field, okay, so the roll number, name, date of birth, sex, these all are the type of the information. This called as field. Okay, and each field different from another. Means in the date of birth we can only write the date. Okay, and only we can write in the digits. We can write in the digits, but in the name we can write in the alphabet. We can write only the name of the particular student. So this is the information about the field. Let's see. So here this roll number is a field, name is again field, date of birth is a field, sex, address and the course, these all are the field in the database. Okay, and in the name we can write only the name of the student, but in the date of birth we can write only the date of birth of the student. Okay, so this is the different from these all are field. Roll number, name, date of birth, sex, address, these all are field, and each field different from one another. Okay, we can't write the date of birth in the names column. Okay, and we can't write the name in the address column. Okay, so this is the field. Next is, what is file? Okay, the file, the collection of the related records is a file. Okay, so the collection of the records, okay, the collection of the record is the file. Okay, so there are files type we are going to discuss here. So first one is master file. Okay, master file. In this master file, this is the file which contain permanent information about the entities. Okay, in the master file that contain the permanent information about the entities, that means the name of the person we can't change, so that is the permanent information. Okay, and as well as the date of birth. Okay, date of birth of a person we can't change. So, and address also, address we can change, but that is also coming under in the permanent information. So name of the person, date of birth of the person is the permanent address. So in this master file we can't change that permanent information. Okay, so this acts as a reference point for transaction processing where information is collected on the basis of the transaction data. So this master file is the reference point. Okay, this is for the reference. In master file, we can't change the permanent information about the entities. That means the name of the person we can't change, the address and the phone, the date of birth of the person we can't change. So these all are coming under in the master file. So this is the permanent information of the entity. Next is transaction file. Okay, transaction file means this file contains records of the description of activity by the organization. Okay, this file contains the transaction file. This file contains record of the description of activities by the organization, and this gets created at the time of the transaction processing as well as the preparation of the transaction documents. Okay, this transaction file that is created at the time of the transaction processing as well as the preparation of the transaction document, and it is also used for the permanent updation of the master file. Okay, and this transaction file we are using for updation of the master file. Okay, so what is master file? Master file contain the permanent information about the candidate or the entities, and this is the reference point of the this act as a reference point for the transaction processing. And the transaction file means this file contains record of the description of activity by the organization, and this get created, this transaction file get created at the time of the transaction processing and the preparation of the transaction document. Next file name is report file. Okay, report file. So this report file, this gets created by the data extraction from various records for the report creation. For example, report file about weekly sales of a particular item. Okay, so this is the report file. So there are three types of the files: master files, transaction files, and report files. So in the report files, this get created by the data extraction from various record for the report creation. Okay, and example of the report file is report file about a weekly sales of a particular item. How much that item sold in that week. Okay, so the report about that weekly sales of a particular item is coming under in the report file. And what is database? This is we are studying the organization of the database system. So first in that point, organization of the database. At that point, the first point is database. So we are going to see what is database. So database, this is the collection which comprises description of activities of one and more related organizations. So what is database? It's a collection that comprises description of the activities of one and more related Organization. So these all are about the organization of the database. Okay, so I think everybody got this point. What is database? What the organization of the database, as well as the objectives of the database. Okay, so and the characteristics of the database. So these all are coming under in the database system. Next is, sorry, this MS Access. So we are going to see the MS Access database. So MS Access database, in this, my MS means Microsoft. Microsoft Access is a database management system from a Microsoft, okay, that combines the relational Microsoft Jet database engine with a graphical user's interface and the software development tool. Okay, so my MS Access database is Microsoft Access database, and this is from Microsoft. Okay, and it is a member of Microsoft Office suites of the application included in the professional and higher edition or sold separately. Okay, so this is the MS Access database, and this database object are the main player in the Access database. And altogether we have 6 different type of the database objects. From this we will use a table to create a database table store information. Okay, we are creating a table table in the MS Office, and tables are the heart of any database. Okay, because that contain lots of information. Okay, so tables are the heart of any database because that contain lots of information. Okay, and you can create as many as table. Okay, you need to store different type of the information. Fitness database should track your daily running log. Okay, your inventory of exercise equipment and the number of high protein whey milk shake you down each as 3 separate tables. Okay, so we can create a table. Okay, we can create a table for daily running log, for our inventory of the exercise equipments, and how much whey milk high protein we are eating each day. So we can create a table about this database. Okay. Next is important points to remember while creating a table. Okay, design new lets you precisely define all aspects of a table before you starting using that. Okay, we have to design a viewlets. Okay, we have to design viewlets before starting a table. Datasheet view is where you enter the data into the table. Okay, datasheet view is where we are entering the data in the table. Datasheet view also lets you build a table on the fly as you insert new information. So these all are the point we have to remember while creating a table. So this is all about the database system. Okay, next is MySQL database. Okay, MySQL database. So MySQL is a fast, easy to use RDMS being used for very small and big businesses. Okay, so MySQL is very fast and very easy to use, and this is used for many small as well as the big businesses. MySQL is developed, marketed, and supported by MySQL AB, which is Swedish company. Okay, so this MySQL is developed and marketed and supported by the MySQL AB, which is Swedish company. MySQL is becoming so popular because of many good reasons. Okay, so this MySQL is very popular because of some good reasons, that are MySQL is related under an open source license. Okay, so you have nothing to pay this for this. Okay, so first point is, first good reason for its popularity is it is open source license, so we have not to pay anything for using it. So MySQL is free. Okay, And second is MySQL is very powerful program in its own right. Okay, this MySQL is very powerful program. It handles a large subset of the functionality of the most expensive and powerful database package. Okay, this MySQL is a very powerful program because it handles a large subset of functionality of the most expensive as well as the powerful database packages. Okay, so this is the most powerful program. MySQL uses a standard form of the well-known SQL data language. Okay, this MySQL uses a standard form of the well-known SQL data language, and MySQL works on many operating systems and with many languages that include PHP, Perl, C, C++, Java, etc. So this MySQL works on many operating systems. Okay, like, and as well as the language, the example of the languages are PHP, Perl, C, C++, and all. So it works on all these language, and this MySQL works very quickly and works well even with large data sets. Okay, so this MySQL works very quickly as well as it works well when it have large data sets. Okay, so these all are the good reason for its popularity. And the MySQL is very friendly to PHP. Okay, this MySQL is very friendly to PHP, the most appreciated language for the web developments. This PHP is the most appreciated language for the web development, and this MySQL is very friendly to that document language. Okay, and MySQL support large databases up to 50 million rows or more in the table. Okay, so this is the support very large databases up to 50 million rows or more in a table, and the default file size limit for the table is 4 GB. In the MySQL, the default file size limit at 4 GB, but you can increase this to a theoretical limit up to 8 million terabyte. Okay, the default size of the MySQL is up to 4 GB, but we can increase this limit up to 8 million terabyte. Okay, and MySQL is customizable. Okay, this MySQL is customizable. The open source GPL license allows programmers to modify the MySQL software to fit their own specific environments. So MySQL is more popular because of these good reasons. Okay, so MySQL is customizable. In that case, by customizing all the things by the organization, this is very popular. Okay, and the organization can fit their own specific environments in this MySQL. So this, because of these reason, okay, first one is it is free, and second one is it is customizable, and third, I think this is very important for every organization because this MySQL support large database, and the default size is 4 GB, but we can increase up to 8 million terabytes, 8 million TB. Okay, so these are the good reason for its popularity. Next is pharmacy database. Okay, pharmacy drug database. Let's see what are the pharmacy drug databases. The drug databases and the web resources play a very important role in the pharmaceutical field. And drug databases are sites where the information about the drugs and the medication are stored. Okay, what is drug databases? In the drug databases, we are storing the information about the drug and the medication. One of the largest drug databases is compiled by the Food and Drug Administration. Okay, one of the largest drug databases that is compiled by the Food and Drug Administration, that is FDA. So in the drug databases, what is the drug databases? In that drug databases, we can store all the information about the drug and the medication. So that is drug databases. The FDA is a federal agency that oversees and control all the medication in the US. Okay, in the USA, the FDA is the agency that control and oversees all the medications. Okay, that include over-the-counter medication, that is OTC, prescription medication, dietary supplement, and vaccines. Okay, these all are controlled by the FDA in the US. The FDA drug database include most of the drugs they have approved in the US since 1939. Okay, so in the FDA, that data, the FDA database that include most of the drug. Okay, most of the drug are present in that FDA drug database. Okay, that have been approved, that has approved in the US since 1939. All the drugs, all the information about the drug are present in the FDA drug database. So this is the largest drug database. Okay, best of all, this database is extremely easy to use. Okay, from FDA drug database, these all are very easy to use. To search this database, you simply need to go to the FDA drug database website. Okay, to find out these type of the database. So what we have to do, we have to simply go to the Google and type the FDA drug database website. So that will open. And once you get into the website, you are able to search the database by typing in the name of the drug or by typing in the name of active ingredient of the drug. All the information will show the website. And additionally, the FDA drug database can be used to search drugs that are currently going through a clinical trial or for the approval process. Okay, or in that FDA also contain the drugs that are currently going through the clinical trial or the approval process. The FDA must approve a drug before it is legally able to sold or and used in the US. Okay, that FDA should approve the drug before it is legally able to sold and used in the US. Therefore, the drug companies must formally submit an application to the FDA for the drug to be approved. Okay, in the US, all the drug companies should submit an application form to the FDA for the drug to be approved. After that approval, only the drug can be sold and used in the US. The drugs that have not been submitted to FDA but not yet approved can be found in that database also. Okay, the drugs that have not been submitted to the FDA by the company and not yet approved, okay, that also found in the FDA database. So this is the sample drug table. So in this drug name, brand, strength, form, pack size, current stock, reorder quantity, these all are the field, and each field different from each other. Okay, so drug name is amoxicillin, but the brand name is amoxil. So we can't write the brand name in the drug name and the drug name in the brand name. So these all are about the database. Sample drug, this is the sample drug table. And this is the drug form table. Okay, so in this also, drug form code is different from the drug form description, and that is different from the type. Okay, so drug form code is TB and the drug form information description is tablet. So this is all about the database. So this is all about the database and MySQL database and all. Okay, so let's see some MCQs. Example of the non-computerized database is a phone book. Okay, so a phone book is a non-computerized database example. Next is the database refers to a collection of electronic records. Okay, electronic records, collection of the electronic records is the database. Next is example of computerized databases. Computerized database. C, equipment inventories. Next is full form of DBMS, that is database management system. So database management system is DBMS. Next is a database is the collection of integrated and the related files. Okay, the collection of integrated and related file is database. Next is record. Record is a collection of related fields. File is a collection of related records. Field is a group of characters. Character is a basic information, okay, basic building information. So these all are about the MCQs from the MySQL and the database topic. Okay, it's a reference. So I hope everybody got this clearly. Okay, everybody understood it well. So thank you so much.